What's up, guys? I am here to go over the results from January and February. I know I wanted to do more updates, but just been crazy busy with everything that's been going on. As you can see, we have moved to a new location from Galveston all the way to the north side of Houston, Conroe area. So, with that, I had a bunch of stuff to get taken care of. This is the new office, the new workspace, and I am extremely pleased with it. We're actually in a house now. There's more room. I'm happy. I'm way more comfortable. I'm gonna miss the beach as always, but you know, life goes on, and we are here to talk about the profits of January and February. Clearly, we stated early that our goal was to make 3 to 5 thousand in profits per month playing cash games, which I still think is definitely doable. As you can see here in January for cash games, we made $29 and about 12 cents per hour. We only put in about 50 hours of cash game play in January for a total of like 1,165 in cash games. We in February made about $913 at $25.93 an hour, playing about 40 hours in cash game play. Now I have March and April blocked out because I want to do another video going over that. But in January, we actually ended up playing some tournaments, which, well, they didn't go over so well. And I think I talked about that on a previous video. We didn't really, actually, to be honest, we haven't cashed a single tournament in Texas. Now, a lot of these are like hyper turbos or turbo structure, so there's not really a lot of play, but I have just been getting eaten alive on the river. I get it in good, and I know everybody says that, but genuinely, I have been. I mean, I haven't even cashed, which is definitely unlike me. Not the best poker player, but I cash probably a solid 15 to 20% of tournaments, and I haven't made one cash here yet. Now, as you can see, I in January ended up in total losing $185 because of those tournaments. But I quit playing tournaments in the month of February. As you can see here, it's the same amount because I played no tournaments whatsoever. So I know that the goal is 3 to 5 thousand, and I may even went over that we made 1,000 in February before. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, um, oh, actually, I just realized that I was wrong. That in January I only played 40 hours of cash games, in February I only played 35 hours. Now I know there's a lot of grinders out there that are like, you need to put in more time, and I definitely do. I've recently been studying some more, and I do need to put in more time, but when you're adding like 25 hours of editing, of just solo editing without including like thumbnail, title, YouTube algorithm stuff, like it gets to be a lot of hours. On top of that, I have a family, so I can only play when the family doesn't need me. So I try to put in as much time as I can. Right now, it's really slow considering we just moved. I am definitely trying to ramp that back up as I'm putting in more study time. She just got a new job. We're trying to work out a full schedule with a daycare now in this area so that we have more time to put towards things that we can provide for our family for. Anyways, I know the goal is 3 to 5 thousand, and I know that it doesn't seem like I'm quite reaching that goal. Now, I think that dialing back the tournaments definitely makes that goal more realistic, but there is something I haven't quite been telling you. Um, we were receiving some type of promotional pay in order to play at a certain new club here in Texas. So when you add in those amounts, it's definitely a lot closer to the actual amount of 3 to 5 thousand a month. So in the month of February, I was making about $25 an hour to play. So if you add $25 an hour to 35 hours. Now, granted, not every club here is going to pay certain players to come in and grind so that they can have games, but that is an option. And when you're a professional poker player, you take all options. When you're a professional poker player, you take what's available to you. And of course, in order to play and grind and promote and help clubs get off their feet, I will absolutely go there and, take a certain dollar amount to grind there. Now, in those situations, the games aren't as good. The games aren't as plentiful. The action isn't that good. Sometimes you're playing against other players who are doing the same thing as you, and they tend to be even tighter than I am. Right, next week I'm going to do an update on March and maybe even some of April, because we'll be getting close to the end of April coming up here. So, if someone's willing to give you free time to play there or whatever, or, make an hourly wage to prop for games, I think it's something every poker player should do if they have that option. And that's not to say that I think like, oh, well, I can't make $3,000 to $5,000 a month, so I need whatever. I don't really give a shit, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it is what it is. I think any poker player would be silly not to take an hourly rate to also play. Now, granted, I'm risking my own money, but we'll dive deeper into that in the next episode or the future episodes of my, kind of like weekly updates. I do want to get into more vlogging per week, more daily vlogs, because I am going to the World Series and I would like to put together daily vlogs so that you guys know what's going on, and it's just easier for me. I plan on grinding some cash out there and doing some actual full-length vlogs, but while I'm out there, I just kind of want to put out what's going on, you know what I'm saying, updates with me and updates, what events I'm playing or what I'm doing that day or what cash games I'm playing, where I'm going to play. I hope to meet up with some people. I'm definitely meeting up with Potato Poker. We are actually getting a room together for a few days so that we can grind the $300 $3 million guaranteed and some cash and put some content together for you guys. I hope to meet up with a few other people I've talked with on TikTok, a few other poker players, and some other spaces. So that will be cool content, I think. And I'm trying to think. This is kind of video on the fly, as like I said, I'm trying to prepare for like daily vlogs. So I'm trying to put out a lot more content. Trying to put out right now maybe at least 4 to 5 videos a week. Now, granted, they won't all be full-length vlogs. Some of them will be shorts. Some of them will just be me talking, and some will be vlogs. But anyways, I appreciate your guys' time. I thank every one of you for subscribing, for watching. Getting to 1,000 subscribers was absolutely insane and a lot of hard work. I enjoy this, but I definitely would like to do some more like daily stuff, just because mentally, the amount of time and energy that goes into producing the vlogs is just out of this world. And I want to put more time into studying because this is what I've chosen to do. And I feel like a lot of times, a lot of my game has really slipped off for the fact that once you're doing so many other things, like let's say I have a good session or I run few good sessions, it's easy psychologically for your mind to just go, oh, well, I can raise Jack 7 suited from middle position because, these players are so bad and I've been running well. And, it's easy to do that. It's easy to like lose mental focus on what your opening range should be. I think I definitely also fail any watchers that come to the channel that look for maybe some small tips to understanding how other poker players think when I do my voiceovers, because sometimes it's just a daunting task, or a lot of times I just don't feel like what's in here, what I'm actually thinking, I'm getting out in the voiceover. And then sometimes I'm also trying to make sure I keep people interested, and I don't want to like be so long-winded in a section where people are like, okay, this is boring, just get to the action. Because I know I've done that before. So like I try to give tidbits. I think there's more in here that I'm putting out, and I definitely have noticed, especially recently, taking a few weeks off to move and to do everything, that my game is severely suffering, and I'm playing a lot more conservative, a lot weaker than I really should be. And I've noticed that majorly from watching some vlogs back and talking with Potato Poker. Anyways, let me. I'm here. I am being long-winded, but I mean, I'm sure. I hope that there's a few of you that actually care about what I'm saying here. But nonetheless, and if I say nonetheless one more time, dear Lord, consciously realizing I said it like 7 times. But thank you guys for watching, and there will be lots and lots and lots of content coming out, whether it be through shorts or content like this or vlogs. So stay tuned. As always, I am still headed to the moon in 2023. I will see you guys next time.